Reacher star calls on Amazon to cast him in long-awaited video game adaptation. Reacher star and real-life Man Mountain Olivia Richters has now planted his flag in one of the most coveted video game roles. And it's a role that will soon be realized in live action courtesy of Amazon. Known for minor roles in the likes of Black Widow and The King's Man, Richters recently landed his most prominent role to date, starring alongside and somehow dwarfing Alan Ritchson as the villain Polly in the hugely successful Prime Video series Reacher. Now, Richters wants to take the lead. Speaking with Screen Rant recently, Richters revealed that he would love to be the man chosen to lead Amazon's long-awaited adaptation of God of War as Kratos. Naming it one of his dream roles, the bodybuilder and actor, who stands at a gigantic 7'2" tall, admits that his sheer size could keep him from leading the series. Last week, it was announced by Amazon that they're going to make God of War. Of course, I want to be Kratos, but I don't believe they would ever pick me for Kratos. I'm just too darn big. But there is a god that's bigger than Kratos, and that is Tyr or also Thor. I asked my agent, "You have to pursue this for me." Amazon now knows me. Can Polly play in God of War? That's one of my dream roles. Created by David Jaffe at Sony's Santa Monica studio, God of War is an action-adventure video game franchise that first began in 2005. The story follows Kratos, a Spartan warrior who later becomes the God of War after he is tricked into killing his family by his former master, the original Greek god of war, Ares. Seeking vengeance, Kratos wages war on the gods, setting off a series of events that lead to wars with the mythological pantheons. While details of the series remain largely unknown, the show is expected to take inspiration from the most recent games, following Kratos as he raises his son and attempts to leave behind his murderous past in the Norse realm of Midgard. But how would Olivia Richters fare as Kratos? And is he really too big? The character's height has fluctuated throughout the series, with Kratos being around 7 feet tall in the earlier games before shrinking to around 6'4" in the later ones. While Richters is undeniably huge, there are surely ways that this could be mitigated on screen, and it's not difficult to see Richters sporting a bald head, giant axe, and tearing up the screen on Prime Video. Aside from God of War, Richters has his sights set on a few other high-profile roles too. The Reacher star adds that he would also love to join the new Harry Potter series as Hagrid, a role likely to be won by Shaun of the Dead star Nick Frost, and join the MCU's X-Men reboot as Colossus. "Those 3 are my dream roles I want to pursue," he said. Amazon's God of War series recently underwent a major creative overhaul, with Ronald D. Moore having now taken over as showrunner after the studio decided to move the series in a new creative direction. In the world of entertainment, it's not unusual for actors to express their desire to play certain roles that have captured the public's imagination. However, it's a rare occurrence when an actor not only wants a specific role, but goes so far as to publicly call out a major streaming platform, especially one they've worked with previously. That's exactly what Reacher star Alan Ritchson did when he voiced his interest in being cast in a long-awaited video game adaptation coming to Amazon Prime Video. The rise of Alan Ritchson. Since his breakout role in Blue Mountain State, Alan Ritchson has slowly but surely cemented his place as one of Hollywood's most versatile and ruggedly charismatic actors. Ritchson's ability to bring depth and intensity to action-packed roles has earned him a loyal following, and it all came to a head with his portrayal of Jack Reacher in the hit Amazon Prime series Reacher. Based on Lee Child's beloved book series, Reacher debuted in February 2022 to rave reviews. Fans of the book series praised Ritchson for embodying the character's toughness, moral compass, and sharp intellect, while newcomers to the Jack Reacher universe quickly became hooked on the show's no-nonsense tone and engaging storylines. Ritchson's take on Reacher was a refreshing departure from Tom Cruise's portrayal of the character in the Jack Reacher films. While Cruise's version was beloved by many, Ritchson's towering physical presence and more nuanced portrayal of the ex-military police officer brought the character closer to what fans of the books had always imagined. This new version of Jack Reacher is undoubtedly a hit, and as a result, Ritchson's career has gained a significant boost. The actor's blend of strength, vulnerability, and humor has made him a favorite among audiences, earning him recognition as one of the most promising action stars of his generation. A new challenge, video game adaptation. While Richardson has become a go-to choice for action roles, he isn't the type of actor to sit back and wait for opportunities to come to him. He's proactive and eager to challenge himself with new and exciting projects. That's why when rumors started circulating about a video game adaptation making its way to Amazon Prime Video, Richardson was quick to make his case for being cast in the project. The gaming world has long been ripe with potential for cinematic adaptations. From The Witcher to The Last of Us, video game adaptations have experienced a resurgence in recent years. Amazon Prime, a platform already deeply involved in adapting popular franchises, has been eyeing a handful of beloved video game titles for their own slate of content. While specific details about which game Amazon is planning to adapt remain under wraps, speculation runs high that it could be a project that Richardson would be perfect for. In a recent interview, Richardson made it clear that he would love to see himself in the lead role of this mysterious video game adaptation. His passion for the medium is evident, and he's not shy about his desire to be involved in the project. When asked about potential roles, Richardson pointed out that his experience with action-heavy characters like Reacher makes him uniquely suited for a video game adaptation, especially one that blends physicality with emotional depth. "I've always loved video games, and I know how deeply attached fans are to their favorite franchises," Richardson said. "It's about understanding the character and delivering that level of commitment to the audience, just like I did with Jack Reacher. If Amazon is looking for someone who can bring that level of intensity and grit to a video game adaptation, I'm here for it." Richardson's enthusiasm isn't just about personal ambition. He recognizes the importance of these adaptations in bridging the gap between two different forms of storytelling, video games and film/television. Many video game franchises have spent decades building intricate worlds, developing complex characters, and engaging players in unique narratives. A successful adaptation requires an actor who can honor those elements while adding their own flair to the role. Richardson has already shown that he can handle the responsibility of portraying larger-than-life characters, and it's clear that he's eager to continue doing so in this new format. A perfect fit for the genre. If Amazon's mystery video game adaptation were to draw from some of the most iconic titles, Richardson could easily fit into a variety of roles. There are several video games that would align perfectly with his physicality and acting range. For example, the rugged, survivalist nature of Tomb Raider could see Richardson as a supporting character, perhaps even as a rival or ally to Lara Croft. His ability to portray characters that are both physically imposing and emotionally layered would be an asset in such a role. Another possibility is Uncharted, where Richardson could take on a role that calls for both charisma and action. The Uncharted franchise is known for its swashbuckling adventurer, Nathan Drake, but there are plenty of opportunities for other characters who could either serve as companions or rivals to Drake. With Richardson's ability to command a screen with his larger-than-life presence, he could easily be cast as an imposing antagonist or a gruff but reliable sidekick. On the other hand, the more emotionally complex and dark storytelling found in games like The Last of Us could also suit Richardson's range. He has already demonstrated his ability to dive deep into the psychological elements of his characters, especially with the Jack Reacher role. A character in the vein of